our show, man. 1 + 1 =
2.
Relationships is all about
Addition and subtraction.
I'm one of your hosts, Trey Verdejo.
And I'm Gina Verdejo.
You know it's true, I wanna go with you. I'll be right there.
What it is. It's your boy, Trey Verdejo.
It's your girl, Gina Verdejo.
Yeah, and welcome to 1 + 1 =
2.
Relationship is all about
Addition and subtraction.
So, want to give the ladies some updates, then we're going to get into our episodes.
Okay.
And then also explain why we wearing these shirts. So, we'll get to that in a second, though.
Okay.
But this is something that we kind of been talking about, but on our next episode, we will have a featured guest, somebody who reached out to us. So, we're going to invite her. We're going to, talk about some things. We'll let y'all know. But on the same token, want to kind of also throw it out there that, hey, if you want to be a part of the show,
You want to open the platform.
you know what I mean? Just reach out. It don't matter, what kind of business or thing. We'll find a topic to make sure you could join. So,
yep. And it doesn't have to be about relationships. So we don't want y'all to think, oh, I can't be on that podcast if I'm not.
We'll get creative.
We will come up with a topic, okay?
We will get creative as long as it's something within respectable means. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And something positive. Yo, I'm a writer. She's a writer. We'll get creative.
Okay.
All right, now, leading to writing, I want to take this quick little moment to give a big shout out to my wife. If you haven't met her, her name is G Verdejo.
She said if you haven't met her.
If you haven't met her, you know what I'm saying? If you haven't met her, her name is G. We have a big announcement coming very soon.
Coming very soon.
Sooner than you think.
Drum roll.
My baby is dropping her first published journal.
Right.
Now, I got a couple questions because I'm sure, people in our circle would like to know. So I'm going to throw these kind of questions at you and you kind of,
okay.
just let us know about pretty much what sparked the idea, and what are you hoping to, somebody who buys your book, what are you hoping to, get accomplished or gain? Like, what's the purpose of you even putting this journal out? Like, why?
Okay, so the quick version of it, having a journal, I've always kept diaries as a teenager, growing up, going through things, adolescent, and relocating. I journal the move. I journal the preparation, just putting things into perspective. Recently, I started a book club, and one of the things we were talking about was putting things into perspective. And a lot of the ways that you do that is manifestation. So I was like, what if I came up with my version of a manifestation journal?
Ooh.
Okay? And with the journal, it's going to be a guided journal. So that means if you open it, you won't just get a whole bunch of empty blank pages. When you open it, it'll have quotes. It'll have words of encouragement. It also has things to kind of do, to prepare and to set up and not to feel.
There we go. Stay tuned.
All right.
Do you want to say the name of it or not
Well,
yet?
Vision of Beauty is going to be the name of it. That is my tagline. That's the name of my book club. We have websites up with Vision of Beauty. I'll give you all the spelling of everything. So it's going to be a great, the ending of this year is going to be prosperous.
All right. Now let's get into our topics.
Okay.
All right. So
the shirts.
It's going to explain the shirts, you know what I mean, here. So
we usually don't dress alike. We wear the same color, but we never dress alike.
We never dress alike, but this is a big shout out to my big sister who just turned 50 3 days ago on Sunday, August 18th, which is also our baby girl, Jay, my bonus daughter. Her birthday, she just turned 21, August 18th.
2 milestones.
Yep. But a couple weeks ago, my sister put a trip together to celebrate her 50th. The trip was definitely to celebrate my sister's 50th, but we kind of took advantage also to kind of celebrate some other things, and we're going to kind of talk about that. But
start by telling us the importance of us going to Puerto Rico.
This was the first time that, we was all back together me and my siblings, and we got an opportunity to, go see my mom. We're going to talk about that in a second. But not only we celebrated my sister's 50th, we was also back together collectively, all together, since the day we buried my mom. Everybody was there, and for me, it was so important for G to be there because, I spend a lot of time building and chilling with her family, and they love me. And this wasn't G's first time going to Puerto Rico, but she was going to get a chance to experience a different kind of Puerto Rico and meet some different kind of family members and kind of experience something different. And we accomplished that, right?
It's different when you go somewhere and the person's from there and they give you a different view through their lens, what it looks like, how it feels, the nostalgia of family in a different setting.
I feel like a tourist guide.
Yes, you are a tourist guide, but I wish I spoke Spanish because that would have been like perfect for me. That's like home for you guys, and you guys still teach and can show us things that we wouldn't normally see or go or try certain things like that. I wasn't gonna go initially because it was so close to my youngest grandson's birthday, so I was like, you have to go, you have to go. You have to go. And then I said, no, I'm going to make sure that we both are there to celebrate your sister. When I had my 50th, they came down. They were, you know what I'm saying? Like, they came, they celebrated with us. It was just a lot, and it was a lot of happiness. So I was like, we're going to go, and we're going to make sure the boys go, and we're going to have a great trip. And we made sure we covered everything that we needed to do at home so that we could go.
Yeah. That included, my baby, and I appreciate the sacrifice you made because, Jonah, the baby of the family, the grandson, was also turning 1. So, she ended up flying to Baltimore a few days before we went to Puerto Rico just to kind of...
Flight got delayed and everything.
Oh, man. But, went out there, had a kind of like a little mini party just for him, spend that time, and then flew back to... South Carolina. Again, flight got delayed, so she had to come the following day, which only left a day in between. We had to leave out.
It was a lot. So
jet lag like a motherfucker for my baby, but I appreciate
it was worth it
the sacrifice. No, it's important. We're going to kind of talk about the importance of that, but it was definitely important. But those kind of sacrifices we make, especially when you're dealing with a blended family, sometimes you got to make those hard decisions or readjust accordingly and able to satisfy everybody involved in the situation.
Right.
So let's kind of recap a little bit about Puerto Rico because, it was a lot. The itinerary was crazy. So day one we drove to what's called Aguadilla. All right. Now, a lot of people that visit Puerto Rico, because a lot of people go out there because you don't need a passport. Everybody stays in San Juan. Even me, the last few years, because my family is from that area anyway. But a lot of people just stay there, or they go to certain places like the waterfall or certain tourist spots.
Common tourist spots, right?
This was a little different. We have road trips planned, and I'm gonna show you guys a picture, pretty much where we was at and where we drove to. So in Puerto Rico, you got San Juan. We drove to the very end of the island. Not the very, very end because we didn't go to Mayagüez or Rincon, but close to the edge, which is called Aguadilla. And we went to
Crash boat.
We went to Crash Boat. So that was about a 2-hour drive. So that was kind of cool because we made a few stops, had some fun. We
took a lot of pictures.
Yeah, we took a lot of pictures, made a couple stops and ate little, food from the streets till we got there. Weather wasn't in our side, so it was kind of like spotty rainy when we got there.
Goodness.
It wasn't raining when we got there, so at least, all the kids was able to jump in the water.
It started storming.
And they was jumping off the pier. You know what I mean? I definitely want to show, talk about that.
Even the birthday girl.
Yeah, everybody was jumping off the pier, but then it just started storming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So, we kind of waited it out to see if it was worth waiting and going back to the beach, but it didn't work out that way.
This is how you make the best of a situation.
Exactly. Now, we mentioned Destin and his girlfriend Tamia. She has family from that side. So we met up with her aunt that was able to kind of show us some local spots to go to where we could, still take a couple pictures You know, enjoyed the view of the end of the island in Puerto Rico. And then also, we went to go eat at a little restaurant, a little rooftop action, ate, enjoyed that moment, and then we drove back home. So that was our day one.
That was day one.
For you, how that felt, kind of, because that was like, you know, you was
That was
actually
the first
seeing
time I could see that I've seen
the
all
locals.
of that, the locals. And again, you make the best of it. You know, wasn't planning on it storming. I got out. I was like, I'm gonna just put this on my head. I'm gonna go jump in the water with everybody. We just gonna.
Yeah, you was even up in the, you ain't jump off the pier though.
No. No. She don't do that.
You was in the water though. You
I was in the water.
We kind of skipped before we went to Aguadilla. You know, this was Thursday. That Thursday, August 1st or July 31st.
I got all the dates.
Whatever it was, yeah.
Oh,
But
we cooked breakfast.
That Thursday,
Yes.
because that was the first night that I stood at the house before I had to go check into my spot. So I was like, hey, look,
Right.
I'm going to cook breakfast for everybody. Now, all my nieces and nephews remember when we grew up, when they first was kids, and I used to babysit and feed everybody, which
What
I
they
learned.
call it? Trey Hop.
They call me Trey Hop or Trey Evans. You know what I mean? So I got two nicknames. That's how you know you good, when you get two chef names. But anyway, it was important for me to make sure on the wake up I fed everybody. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean everybody, like I mentioned, everybody, that was about 10 people, 11 people, 12 people. I don't know.
We could.
And G, of course, helped, and we set up, and everybody ate good, and then we took the road trip
That's right.
and took care of day one.
Yes.
So I appreciate you, baby.
Thank you. Give me some credit. Damn.
Day two.
Day two.
Day two was the day. Day two was when we was going to start off our day with going to the cemetery. The kids, everybody together, we went to the cemetery. I actually went first with me and Mighty and Destin, and then they came about 15, 20 minutes later. I needed that. But anyway, I'm not going to get into details of the conversations we had as a group, but I'm sure as, you know, you guys out there as families, just think about going to see that special person that's laying in the ground and you have everybody who's affected by it. And man, what a moment. What a release of emotions, tears, laughter, a bit of emotion. It was such a day that, man,
It was priceless. It was amazing to witness and be there. I was thankful to be there, to be a part of that moment. It was such a good day. And usually cemeteries are not good, so.
And everybody got a chance to say something, speak their mind, which, oh my, man, it was just so, again, I'm speechless talking about it, but I'm glad we had that moment.
I'm glad we had that.
And like you said, usually when you go to cemeteries, it's real sad. I mean, of course we were sad and cry, but the energy that we all felt leaving there was just unmatched.
And that's when we wore our shirts.
And we all, I'm going to show the picture, we all had our shirts on to celebrate again. You know, my big sister, man, I give her a big shout out. I'm always bigging up, you know, Jazz, my oldest, Nicole, my younger sister. But Jazz, because of what she had to go through as a single mother, doing her thing, where she's at, where her kids are at. You know what I mean? You always got to big up and support yours. So, Jazz, love you. Had to wear the shirts for you for the episode. This for you.
Yep.
All right, so that was part one of day two. Now, I talked about the energy. Let me talk about this. So, part two of day two, we had different missions. My sister, both my sisters, her kids, fiancés, boyfriends, everybody, they was going to go to the waterfall at Junque, which is, you know, a tourist spot. I ain't really with that. I needed some beach time since it rained the first time. I wanted to go to the beach, and I wanted to go to a local spot to eat, which is called Piñones. All right, one of the best spots to get you some of the local Puerto Rican food. Some Dominicans are out there selling it as well, but anyway, that's whether here or there. So we decided we're going to go to Piñones, which is also by the beach, and then go to the beach, get some beach time.
Right.
So we went our way, we hugged, y'all had fun at the waterfalls.
Right.
We're going to go over here. Then we eating, we get a call, hey,
Where y'all at?
Right, where y'all at? We ain't going to
We
the
ain't
waterfalls and this and that. We going over there. So even though we kind of met them at a different spot where they was eating at. We all ate, and then we got some beach time.
It was nice. The sun came out.
Man, it was beautiful. So many things happened.
The water was so warm. It was beautiful. We had a good time. We danced. He had to get a kite. Oh my God.
Wait. Hold on. We skipping. We going too fast.
Ugh.
We danced.
Danced.
Let me talk about the different levels of dancing that happened that day on the beach. So, first of all, I always sit back and enjoy moments when I see G bonding with my kids. You know what I mean? I know for my kids sometimes at the beginning it was challenging. You know what I mean? Because they got their mother and whatever. But this is who was important to me in my life, and I got a chance to see, G interact with my boys and even dance salsa with my oldest son on the beach.
I tried with the youngest first.
Yeah. We gotta work on Destin.
We gotta
work on our little moves. But Mighty, he looking alright. He looking alright.
Mm-hmm.
You was dancing with him on the beach, and then shout out to Will. He had everybody up there, and he was teaching people how to dance salsa. So we was dancing salsa as a group, as a family on the beach.
Collective, everybody. It was so much fun.
That was a moment.
It was a good moment.
Now, the kite. So I had bought a kite here already, even before I went to Puerto Rico. I was like, I'm gonna buy my kite. It was on sale, $2.99. You know what I mean? So we ended up going to the beach. I pulled the kite out. It was people in Puerto Rico who was like, yo, I haven't seen a chiringa in years. That's kite in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm out there with the kite. I let Sky, you know what I mean? One of our great nieces. I let her, even, Sky, some of the nephews, Tyler, people who never held a kite before. So that was kind of, to me, a special moment.
She loved that kite.
She loved the shit.
So
I was like,
amazed.
You better not let it go. Yo, she did not let
She was so focused.
The kite was high.
It was high.
It was
and
high.
the wind was catching it.
She did not let that kite go. Good
focused.
job, Sky. I love you,
like,
baby.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. So that was special, you know what I mean? So we definitely spent some time.
We had a really good beach day.
We had a beach time, music, we was getting some drinks. Everybody
ice
ate.
cream. We had a really good day.
We definitely had a so boom.
Right.
Day 3.
Day 3.
We had 2 full days. We didn't really get a chance to kind of enjoy, each other, nightlife, kind of do us. So on the 3rd day, we figured before we even get started, let's go out and have, a little breakfast, a little brunch. Mm-hmm. We found a little brunch, oceanfront.
It was so pretty.
Social. It was beautiful, man. By the water. We enjoyed some great chicken and waffles. I know that's kind of simple, but it's still some great chicken and waffles. And we had some mimosas with passion fruit.
Passion fruit. The passion fruit alone, to me, was perfect. It was so good.
Balcha. That's what it's called. Balcha. Passion fruit.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
That drink is amazing.
Yeah. So we had that nice little breakfast, and then, boom, went back, changed.
We had a full day for day 3 playing. The birthday girl had a play.
It was not her birthday girl. Now, for me, this was a first in a very long time. Now, our road trip is in the middle of Puerto Rico. We're going into the mountains.
Whew.
To what we call a campo. And we did kind of like a little bar hopping situation. So, I know
when we say in the mountains,
yeah.
Wow.
She had to close her eyes. She could close her eyes usually when I drive anyway, just because, well, you guys saw one of our episodes when she went through her little situation.
I have anxiety in the car.
So, she definitely, but driving through some of them curves, going up the mountains, boy.
Woo,
you talking about driving in New York with the city cabs? Nah. Going up and down these mountains in Puerto Rico, or some of these Caribbean islands, period. It's serious.
It's up. Oh.
Yeah, don't look for no middle lane or nothing like that.
Mm-mm.
Figure it out. Be careful with your turns.
Figure it out.
Yeah. So we kind of did like a little bar hopping scenario.
Uh-huh.
So our first spot we went to, let me make sure I got it's called Café Rustico and Asado. So it was one of them little bars. Mm-hmm. We kind of jumped things off. It was a nice little spot. We got some appetizers, got some drinks, and we did a lot of dancing.
That was fun. That was
I had a
lot
few
of fun.
swings, you know what I mean?
Oh
few
yeah, they
swings.
did. They had these swings set up. They had some pretty little flowers set up where you can go and take pictures.
So day 3, my grandmother, my aunt, and my cousin. This is all from my mother's side of the family.
Yep.
They joined us. And the music, in Puerto Rico, you think about salsa, but there's also what's called bachata. Now, bachata, and I may be speaking out of turn, but bachata is more Dominican orientated. So I got a chance to witness again. I danced with my grandmother, which was special.
She is so beautiful.
Yeah, my grandmother is, it's the best, man. I love my grandmother. That's the rock of the family. So I danced with my grandmother. I got a chance to dance with my wife. But then, as I'm talking to, the kids and enjoying drinks, I look to the side and I see a cipher. When you see a cipher, it's a cipher. It's a circle. Usually it's people spitting, but this was a dancing cipher. And I look and I see my wife dancing with both my sisters, my cousin, her daughters, my grandmother, my aunt. They're all in a cipher just dancing. And again, one of those other moments where me, because this is my second marriage, you know what I'm saying? So just always, and they was at my wedding. These individuals I'm speaking with, they was at my wedding. So it's not like they never met G before or anything. But this got a chance where, this is the opportunity when they got a chance to kind of mingle and relax. And my baby over there dancing like she a Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? My baby a Puerto Rican.
I couldn't sing the songs, but I was like, oh, I like this. This is cool.
How that make you feel?
It made me feel
those experiences.
good because it's like a different setting. And we're singing, and they're singing it to me and telling me what to say and, showing me, and we're dancing, and your grandmother is like right here with me. Your auntie is like, oh, she is just amazing. She danced. She is beautiful. But she can dance, y'all. She danced. And she's showing me what to do, and your cousins and your sisters, everybody was hugging. It was like, oh man, it was a great moment for me. And it felt like you said, it's a different setting to be in their element.
Yeah.
Because they're always coming into mine.
Exactly. So
your sisters and them come over to our house.
But I tell you,
it's like our music, and
one thing, you're a people's person, right? So you could blend in whatever situation. But it was interesting to see you totally blend in out of your element 100%. You know what I mean? You don't know. My baby don't know where the fuck she was at. You know what I mean? She don't know where she was at. She knows she with her man and the family, but she don't know where she was at. When I showed her on the map, this is where we went. She was like, we went there?
I'm like, what?
Damn! Like, you know what I mean? She don't know where she was at. But not one time you was nervous, scared. Mm-mm. You just was part of the family, man. That's important, man. But anyway, so that was the first spot. So we chill, have fun there, ate some appetizers. We got some drinks going. Now it's time to go to spot number 2, which is called Las Lágrimas, which is the tears. That's what that means. That was a 3-level spot. Mm-hmm. All right, so the 3rd level spot was kind of like a little small spot, rooftop. You could really take pictures. It wasn't really too special. Then they had the 2nd level, which had a bar, a lot of seats, a little small, a big stage. Then the 1st floor had a little small stage, more chairs. But what I love about this spot was, 2 things. It has beautiful view, which I'll show you guys. And then they also had a swimming pool with a large ass screen TV. Oh my goodness. I would love to be there watching some sporting events in the pool, just chilling, ordering Long Islands. You understand what I'm saying? But the crazy part about it is, this spot is sitting on a hill. So can you imagine leaving out of there with some drinks and you got to drive? You know what I mean? I don't know about how Uber could get there to that part or how frequently, but
it was literally sitting in the mountain like this and it was kind of like
yeah, right. So we had to finagle some parking spots or whatever, but
wow.
We got there. Again, we had some more fun, some more drinks, some laughter. We didn't eat there. We didn't get no appetizers. And, we took some good pictures. We were just waiting for our
reservations to be
ready. We was waiting for the 3rd spot we went to. The 3rd spot is called Deliente. Now, this restaurant, this is what we was going to have birthday dinner again for my sister celebrating her 50th. This one really had a beautiful view of this little bridge that goes through within the mountains and the water. Oh my God, that view was
It was beautiful.
That view was
But again,
man.
it didn't seem real. It seemed like they sacked this restaurant.
That spot was even
right
worse because we had to go up and go up. So now, the previous spot we had to park our cars this way. This spot
was like
we had
this.
to park our cars this way. But yeah, man, we had dinner there. We had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
You could see the table, how many people was there, and then we ended up singing "Happy Birthday" to my sister at the end. Now for us, it was a bittersweet because that was Saturday night. Our flight left Sunday morning at 8. And something that me and my wife, we always do in our trips, we always ask each other, what was the high, what was the low of the trip? From that Puerto Rico trip, what was your high, what was your low?
My high was the time we got to spend with your grandmother and your aunties and your cousins. That was just memory after memory after memory. Like the whole interaction, the whole afternoon, watching her watch you. And I had to bring it up again. Like, did you see your grandmother smiling and like she was just so happy watching you?
If you look at that video, she gave that last nod of approval, like,
Yeah. That to me
my
was
grandson
like,
is good.
he's good. And that made my heart like I said it that day to somebody, but I didn't want to say it to him because I was like, I know he'll be emotional with it. But that was a high for me because it's kind of like, I know she's very important. And she was at our wedding in the middle of the pandemic. And she witnessed so much of that. That was a high. The only low I had, I was trying to do one excursion and it was all booked. It was booked all the way up. The Spanish and the English.
We were
I
trying
couldn't
to do
do
the
the Bacardi
Bacardi.
tour.
We were trying to get the Bacardi tour.
Yep.
I did remember that.
That was the only low I would think was not being able to, either come earlier or stay an extra day to do it, but weather was not permitting. It wasn't on our side. So what about you?
I had a few highs. One, being able, like I mentioned, have my sisters there and all the kids at my mom's cemetery. But also, there was the first time that I was able to have both my kids there together. I took them there separately as we took different trips to Puerto Rico, but, first time for my boys, again, they're at that age and where they understand more and we could talk about some real serious stuff. So that was one of my highs. My lows, we on the same page. I haven't been to Puerto Rico since the pandemic, and I try to kind of like get 2 for 1 in a sense. I'm going to go celebrate my sister's birthday, and then also we get a chance to do some things. So I would have loved to maybe have done, like you said, an excursion or 2, or also have some chill wait time. Because I know we talked about it when we were trying to book our trip. I definitely wish we had at least 1 more day in Puerto Rico, or 2.
Yep.
All right, our final topic of the episode before we get into free dessert is, as a married couple, right? Or even if you are in a serious relationship, how important is it to spend time with your partner's family?
I think for me, being part of a blended family myself, because again, like I didn't have siblings and then my mom got married and I instantly became part of a group. And I saw the importance of how we all kind of meshed. So when I got older, this is my second marriage, I didn't put any stock.
You was married before?
I was married before you, baby. I
Damn.
know, right? It's amazing. I didn't put any effort because my partner didn't put any effort. So it always left me and my kids and the family on this side, and I don't really know how it made that person feel because that person chose that route. I know it bothered my parents because my parents both said it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a daddy's girl, so it does kind of weigh on me that relationship is stronger now that my parents are both getting older. But I think it can cause stress. From the beginning with me and you, I had people in my life who are very important. And that relationship is important to me, how they mesh with my partner. So the effort, that was one of the things that I looked at you different, because you put that effort into making sure who I said was important to you. And I think that is important because it causes tension in a relationship. I know for a fact it will cause tension for us. Now, do you need to be best buds?
Right.
No. But again, for me, my kids, numero uno, and then my parents. You know, my mom and dad are not horrible people. And I feel like if you can't get along with my mama and my daddy, something wrong with you.
Right.
And this is, I'm going to say this last thing, y'all, and pay attention to this. I want you to always be you around any of my family. I don't want you to have to feel like you have to be someone else, act a certain way.
And I think the past few years, because, you know, G's family is in Maryland. Most of her family is in Baltimore. You know, I definitely mingled a lot more with her family. I got a chance to meet most of her family. It was also important for G, or for me, to see how she mingled and how she got along with my family. Is it important for, quote unquote, the approval of different family members? I think that weighs into the relationship, but it matters where you at in your life. If I'm young, dumb, full of cum,
I haven't heard that in so long.
I won't really care about what people think. This is my girlfriend, y'all like it or not, fuck y'all. You know what I mean? Where I'm at now, to me, is a little more important, but I wouldn't say it would make or break, because I know I'm in a good situation as well. You know what I mean? So, and everybody would say that, I know I'm in a good situation. You know when you're in a good situation or you're not. You know what I'm saying? You know if this shit is toxic or it's not. This was the first time for me that a Puerto Rico trip was complete. I always go to Puerto Rico because, of course, my mom's is there. We share the same birthdays. I try to go there on my birthday, celebrate with my mom's. But a lot of those trips, I'll be honest, it wasn't complete. I always had that, oh, this one is not here. This one is not here. On this trip, everybody was there.
Right.
So, yeah, it's important.
But if y'all have not experienced blending your family, and I mean your whole family, it's a whole nother level. Those little moments make it worth every struggle. And the moments come sporadic. You don't even know when it's happening. But what I will say is stay in the moment of it. Stay in the moment of it. I'm standing there dancing with my son on the beach in Puerto Rico. Stay in the moment of it. We laughing and the other one in the back seat and we laughing at our own personal jokes. Stay in the moment of it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because those are what we call memories. And those
Ooh.
are how you build, and
Ooh.
that's how you
Ooh.
make your foundation.
Woo. Enjoy free dessert.
Check it out.
Alright, what it is. It's your boy Trey Verdejo.
It's your girl, Gina Verdejo.
Yeah, and this is free dessert for episode
7.
7. Alright. So something a little different. We decided to do breakfast. Alright.
Yeah.
And we also decided to pick a spot that, for our Northeast family up north, you don't see this restaurant up there, which is called
Biscuitville Fresh Southern.
Biscuitville. You know what I mean? So definitely wanted to try this spot. So we figured, hey, let's do a breakfast free dessert. All right. So what was some of the stuff that they had on the menu, baby?
Yeah, they have turkey sausage.
They do got turkey sausage,
ham, grilled chicken. We got fried chicken, of course, bacon. But they have a biscuit station.
Yeah, so they make their biscuits fresh. So we're gonna see how fresh they are.
It's a little hot.
Yeah, we did get the biscuit with honey. Let's see how much honey they dipped in here. A little bit.
Yeah, I got some.
Yeah, it looked like we could have got some cheese or some eggs, but we just kept it simple.
No eggs.
We want to try them out and see, how they are. So we're going to give, some live feedback here.
Okay.
What's our free dessert topic as I, taste our breakfast?
So we were talking about the aftermath, right? and how you set up communicating within the family. We talk a lot about communication within a relationship, but we never talked about within the family.
It is crucial. Especially me, I realize in this trip in Puerto Rico, even though, our family, we try to be as close as we can, but we don't communicate as much as we can when it comes to expressing ourselves.
Communication.
You know what I mean? So I think it's very important, guys, that when you get an opportunity, or if you have those family members that you only been communicating via text, maybe shoot them a call, or
Pick up the phone.
hey, set up a Zoom call.
But a lot of families wait until it's a problem. Having communication does not mean confrontation. So remember, it's two different things. We want to stress that.
Right.
Communication, reaching out, what's good? I don't want anything. I'm not asking to borrow no money. I don't have a problem. And that's the difference of something we've gotten away from. And we want to make sure that we stress how important it really is. All it is. And we talked about that in Puerto Rico. What's good? Everybody was saying, I'm having a good day, I'm having a bad day. But it would be nice to have somebody check on me. And while we were in Puerto Rico, my cousin called me about a health issue with my father. And I appreciate it. She was like, I don't want to ruin your trip, but I need to tell you this. What do you need me to do? That's communication. And it didn't ruin my trip, but I love her for that. I appreciate her for that.
We need to celebrate each other's small accomplishments a lot more. Yeah, we know when it's people's birthdays and all these big, but hey, if I just got a new job, or if I just got a new raise, or if I just got a new position, or if I just got a new apartment, any little things like that, start celebrating amongst each other and, broadcast that, so that way
Support.
Nobody feels isolated.
But I'm back to the phone. Like you said, I love a call.
Yeah, just pick
Please
up the
don't
call.
text me to death.
Yeah,
Because I might misinterpret it. I want you to call me. I'm a talker.
Yeah, I'm a texter until it's time to talk about something serious. Then it's definitely time to get on the phone. Plan events together. You know what I mean?
Take it out the text.
Plan events together, even if it means somebody may be uncomfortable. That'll help us to grow, so that way when we get together again, nobody is feeling uncomfortable.
Right.
Let's start learning each other. You can't judge somebody. Like, you can't look at me, Trey, when I was 15, when I was 21, even when I was 30, even when I was 40. I'm not the same individual. So get to know me, and that's the message that I kind of want to get out there. Time change.
People change with it.
People change with it, whether good or bad. And if you don't communicate, you don't know what kind of change that individual is going through.
Yep. I just had the same conversation with my kids. This year has really thrown us in a different mind space because of unforeseen circumstances. And it just changes your whole outlook. So when I say I need to see your face, that's what I mean. When I say I need to hear your voice, that's what I mean. And when I mean it, and it's like, I'll make the time if you make the time. Because what I always say, people make time for what and who they want to. And sometimes you may be like, I'm so tired, I just don't want to. Do it. Tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah.
So we want everybody to consider this. Make the time to communicate and be around the people and the situations that feeds into you.
Yeah, and family doesn't have to be blood. Whoever you consider family,
your family.
keep
That's
reaching
right.
out to those individuals.
Yep.
And
Because you could be making somebody's day by a text and you don't even know it. And it's free.
Exactly.
We just gave you free dessert, and that's free.
That's free.
A text message.
Oh
is
man,
free.
that's free.
It's free.
All right, now before we get out of here, quick little review on our biscuits.
So
What you think?
I'm a Chick-fil-A girl, so it's gonna be hard for me to get out of the chicken biscuit, and it's big. Look at this.
Here's a big biscuit. The biscuit is fresh. Chicken is your typical chicken. Honey, they're gonna put a little bit more honey for me, but
Yeah.
it was cool. We ain't really. This is our first time here. We ain't want to go crazy on the menu, but definitely we'll be back with some other things that I feel like, oh yeah, I could try that. But they got pancakes, eggs. They even got turkey sausage. So give them a try again. So
The
Biscuitville.
biscuit's not horrible,
But it does taste different than the other fast food places. So they made this.
Because it's fresh.
Yeah. It's good. We'll do it. We'll try it again, y'all.
All right, guys, don't forget, communicate not just with your partner, but also with your family, all
And
right?
with us, shoot us a message, y'all. We'll respond back.
You already know. It's your boy, Troy Verdejo.
It's your girl, Gina Verdejo.
And this is 1 + 1 =
2.
Relationship is all about
Addition and subtraction.
free dessert breakfast edition.
Ooh, I like that.
Peace.
Peace.